It's in the face of that where we say, if none of those things are true, how do you justify $800 million a year from the players to the owners who play this game for 3.4 years? When we meet with former players each and every day, the simple fact is every player in the National Football League plays 3.4 years. We lose 25% of our players every year. And you have to play 3 years in the National Football League in order to get any post-career health care. Anyone. Any post-career health care. So if you play for 2 years in the National Football League and you get hurt and you get busted and you get broken, you leave the game with no post-career health care. So it seems to me we could very easily be making the argument that a business that had revenues of $9 billion in the worst recession of our lives, it seems to me that the teams could probably do a better job taking care of the players who play this game. It's another long day of negotiations. Obviously, I wish that we could walk in here and show you a signed copy of a collective bargaining agreement. Nothing would make us happier. I know nothing would make y'all happier. I know that you dig your football. We dig our football. I dig the guys who play it. But most of all, you know that I grew up here rooting for a great team with a great tradition. I grew up in a football family and I love it. We're working as hard as we can to make sure that we get a fair deal. Let me move on to something just real quick. There is nothing more important to a football player than the fans who support them. They all know that they wouldn't be able to have a job that they have, that they wouldn't be able to run down the tunnel and enjoy the things that they do. I talk to them all the time about you guys have an opportunity to be in a business, but you play the game of boys, but you play it as men. We couldn't do that without each and every one of you. What we've tried to do over the last 2 years is to make sure that our fans understand and connect with the players that this game is about. We've done our best over the last 2 years to reach back to the legacy and the history of our former players who made this game great. And as we look forward to a draft that's coming up, we know that we have an obligation to each and every young man who's going to come into the business of football. And we want to welcome them not only with open arms as being teammates, but making sure that the business and the game that they're walking into is better, safer, and stronger than the day before. We can't do that without you. And for each and every one of you who came out here tonight, I want to say thank you. It's been a long night. We're going to come back and work real hard tomorrow. But you know what? What keeps us going is I know you guys dig football. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of your heart for the other guys, the players who are walking around. The players are the guys who are enormously large. We have a strict no touching of D rule because when they do touch me, it actually hurts. But walk up to them, talk to them. They love you so much. And they may not be able to say it every day, but on behalf of all of them, on behalf of all of the former players in the room, and on behalf of the young men who I know are going to join our business tomorrow, thank you for everything y'all do. One team.